Continue where I left off. So I secured both of these, but I noticed that it was still kind of loose up here. So basically, I just went ahead and pushed this in. There's some, and it just snaps into place in here, down here. So now the whole housing unit is secured. So just mentioned this spring, it can still come off. So just make sure it's there. Next, we are going to put this little bad boy in here. So that just drops in there. And there's a spring. This spring kind of brings it up. So we'll leave that like that. We're gonna put this back on here. Just a quick point. Whenever I remove this thing right here, there's actually like a bottom plate to it. You see there? So just make sure you just since I'm here, I could clean this. So I'm working with one hand, so give me a second here. Basically, you're gonna just put this over here, over this thing here, and you're gonna secure with the 2 screws there. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so now this piece is secured. I got the 2 screws. All I have left now is 4 screws. I'll go 1, 2. It's 1 at the back, 3, 4. So let me go ahead and secure those 4. And those 4 screws get secured by the, it says a 1/4 inch socket. What's that? Anyway, it's right there, right above my finger. Well, so 1/4 inch socket. So just secure the 4 screws there, and I'll come back in a moment. Okay, so I secured all 4 screws using a 1/4 inch socket. So that's fixed there. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the ice bucket back in there. It's nice and secured. And let me see here. I need my assistant to hold down these buttons over here. One moment. Okay, and just for demonstration purposes, I went ahead and just put some tape right there to secure the light, the on and off. So just to show you that the problem's fixed. So let me reach around and try to get some ice. And there you have it. The auger is actually rotating the arm to dispense ice. So once again, my problem was that it was making ice, no problem. The thing was that it wasn't dispensing the ice. So after tearing this down, removing the ice bucket, removing the 4 screws from here, removing this snap-on piece off, being able to remove some other 4 other screws. Well, just by removing this, I immediately noticed that there was frozen water, ice surrounding this motor, the auger. So to begin with, to remove the auger, the motor, I couldn't even reach the screws because there was just frozen ice. So what I did, I used a hair dryer, start melting all the ice, got a rag, just retrieving the melted water and squeezing it out, doing the whole thing. So the whole process took me about 30 minutes to just unfreeze the surrounding ice from the motor. I was able to remove the motor carefully because it does have the cable wires that goes to the motor that was also enclosed with ice. So once again, using the hair dryer, melted the ice, make sure everything was drained dry. At that point, I was able to determine by actually trying to retrieve ice that it did start to rotate. Like I said, the problem I was having, I would push on the to get ice, and all I could hear was the motor like humming. So I knew that the motor was getting power or whatever. So like I said, to me, I think the whole motor, the whole closing got frozen. So that was a problem. Melted all the ice. Discovered that after selecting pushing on the ice control on the front, I was able to see that the auger, the arm, was actually moving now after I've melted the ice. So I know I keep on repeating myself. So all I did is just reassembled everything, put the basket. So problem fixed. Saved me a service call. Saved me about $80. Did it myself. One other thing I want to mention. There's times that for some reason it stops making ice, or there's no ice coming out. The bottom here, there's where it makes the ice, there's like if you reach in there, you can feel where it makes the ice, it looks like claws, seems like claws right here. I noticed that it just accumulates with a lot of ice and it won't drop down. Somehow it's like really frozen. It won't release the ice into the bin. So I get the hair dryer again and melt the ice and remove all the ice, make sure there's no ice in there around here, and that seemed to solve my problem every time. So I think that sometimes that we either leave the refrigerator a little bit open, or we leave it open for a while where it just starts melting the ice and it just drips down and it accumulates down here. Another thing, it could be once in a while I'll wash this in water, clean it really good, and I guess I'm failing to actually dry it out completely. So if it's wet and I put it back in here in the housing unit, there's going to be water that'll continue to drip down the sides or somehow, and it just accumulates down there and just freezes down there. So I learned my lesson. Hopefully this doesn't happen again. Overall, it took me about 2 hours to fix this. So that's it. Let me remove this tape here. So this is a Kenmore Coldspot model 106.511333210. And it looks like it was manufactured August of 2013. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Give me a heads up if this solves your problem. Thank you. Have a great day.